Mmm. This ice cream is so good, but it's not as good as beating you, Tyler Evitt. Welcome to exiting the playoffs. What's up, Razorcave and some Scrubs? I'm pretty excited to do this particular video. One, because I'm in the championship, so I'm back in the championship. And I got to knock Tevitt out in the process, handing him, I think, his third loss of the season, which another loss was also by me. So let me just say, feels good, fellas. Feels good. All right. So we are in the playoffs in semifinals, and the matchups for this week. Spoiler alert: I won and beat Tevitt. Oh, feels good. And in the other matchup, congratulations to Dr. Christopher Martindale for beating Major Corey Bramlett. And Corey, you actually put up a good week. 132 points is perfectly respectable point total to put up in the playoffs. Unfortunately, Chris's team is just better. Jameis Winston, what is he on the season now? Because the past few weeks, he's a QB5 on the season. And the past... Oh, it's being slow here. Well, he had a quiet week at Jacksonville, but the previous 2 weeks, or this week and the week before, he had over 30 points. So, well done, way to stream quarterbacks. Dalvin Cook, we'll get to him in a second, but Barkley finally showed up. Had an awesome day just in time for the playoffs. Julian Edelman had a very quiet day against the Bengals, but that may... just be because the Patriots didn't really have to score a lot of points against the Bengals because the Bengals suck. Julio freaking Jones, 31.9 points. Welcome to the big league, boys. That is an awesome day for him. And Kelsey with the 19 points himself. Quiet day from other people. But the injury situation, this is where it does not get good for Chris. The other Chris, put up 14 points for you, which is pretty good. But then he unfortunately got injured, and I do not believe he will be playing this week. So that's very unfortunate timing. And then Dalvin Cook as well. He got banged up, which I think he might actually be okay. But it is a Monday night game, so you pretty much don't have a lot of options if you decide not to go with him that late in the week. So do not envy that decision there and what to do about that. On Corey's side, I'll talk about the Saints game in a second since I was actually there. But Mark Ingram started off the week for you hot, 23 points there. Joe Mixon has really come on strong, 17 points against the Patriots. So well done for him. Outside of that, pretty average. Adrian Peterson, though, picking him off the waivers. I dropped him because I really thought Geis was going to run away with the backfield. Then he put up 16 points. So good for Adrian Peterson. Dang it, that makes me remember. If I just would have held on to him in a league, I don't want to talk about that. Cortland Sutton, kind of quiet, 9.9. But still, yeah, I think honestly, on your roster, what hurt you was, and it hurt me as well in another league, Evan Ingram started off so hot, and then he got hurt, and you just keep waiting for him to come back and do something with his life. And after week 3, he did not score. I guess week 8 he had 12 points. But other than that, he didn't score above 10 points, and that's just killer. So Corey, well done on winning your division and getting the bye. Unfortunately, it was just not enough to take over Chris in this round of the playoffs. So, be seeing you next year. And then our matchup. Hello, Tyler. Start out with your roster with the 126.3 points there, and Russell Wilson had not a bad day, 19 points, but you're really kind of hoping for more of the mid upper 20s, especially this time of year. So unfortunately that did not happen. Christian McCaffrey tried to make up for a little bit of a gap that I had with Lamar Jackson giving me the edge there. He put up a 33-pointer. Outside of that, Devontae Adams had the 19.8 points, but everybody else was pretty quiet. Patriots defense, 19 points. They are just something to behold. I tell you what, man. That's crazy looking at this, though. So I picked up Brashad Perriman and then decided I was like, okay, it looks like T.Y. is going to be healthy, so I'm going to play him instead. So I dropped Perriman, and then he proceeded to score 32 points on Tevitt's bench, which if he had started him over most of his other, like any of his flex or receivers, he would have beaten me. So, Tevitt, thank you for not playing Perriman. I can't say I wouldn't have done anything different, though, so I don't really blame you, to be honest. On my end, Lamar Jackson, like, let's be real here. The reason why I'm in the championship is because Lamar Jackson is just having an absolute crazy good season. It's like the Mahomes season from last year. Just crazy, super good. Actually, I don't know comparison-wise how they are points. I think Lamar might actually have more because of the rushing. Mahomes is definitely a better passer, but Lamar is just, for fantasy, the full package with the running game included. Austin Eckler with the kind of ho-hum day. George Kittle, though, glad for him. He put up a pretty big day, and then just kind of average from Hopkins and Allen. But what really set me apart, and I went to the Saints game, and let me tell you, Michael Thomas is on another level. Like, he is in, watching him play in person, he is in that top-tier wide receivers, and I mean, up there with Hopkins and Julio. And Julio's kind of that boom or bust guy, it seems like, and he had a boom this week for sure. But Michael Thomas, man, so consistent throughout the year. And seeing him play in person, just manhandling people. Like, dude is good. And then my favorite moment from the game, actually. So I'm a Colts fan, and they got absolutely smashed. We left like 10 minutes left in the game because I worked yesterday and I worked today. So I was like, yeah, and I got to drive home still. It's like an hour and a half away. So I was like, I can't watch this pathetic offense play anymore. But Drew Brees put on a clinic. And my favorite moment of the game was when he broke the touchdown record in the first half. The crowd went nuts, and then a penalty was called. And so he didn't end up breaking the record then, and the crowd was pissed. And it was freaking hilarious. Then he broke it in the next half. So good for him, good guy. Living so close here, I might have to start cheering for the Saints. I'm not a bandwagon or anything like that, but they're fun to watch. The Colts aren't very fun to watch right now. And I'd also just like to point out that LSU is undefeated in football since I moved down here, so there may be a correlation there. Maybe. I can't say that. Arkansas sucked last year, too. With me there. All right, moving on to mine and Chris's matchup preview here of the championship game. So I'm not going to... I hate projections. They always just make me mad in fantasy in general. But on a player-by-player edge here, got to give myself the edge with Lamar over Matt Ryan for sure. A healthy Cook is better than than Austin Eckler, but I don't know. We're going to see how the Dalvin Cook injury plays out here. Saquon is obviously better than Mac, but I think wide receivers is where I have you. Michael Thomas, better. Edelman's got to play against Buffalo. It's going to be a tough matchup. He'll probably end up getting a touchdown, but probably a quieter day against Buffalo's pretty good defense. Hopkins at Tampa against he's probably about the same as Julio, but the matchup at Tampa, I think Hopkins is going to feast. And then ironically, have Keenan Allen versus Mike Williams there. I got to give the edge to Keenan, but Mike Williams is a touchdown machine at times, so I got a great matchup of tight ends, George Kittle versus Kelsey. I think I got to give the edge to Kelsey there. Well, this one's at Chicago. I'm kind of wondering what the weather's going to be like this time of year. Montgomery versus Landry. Landry's been a PPR machine, so I'm going to give edge to Landry. And then a non-healthy T.Y. versus Miller. I actually give the edge to Miller on that one. I'm curious if you will be playing the Eagles' defense against Dallas. It's at home. Divisional matchup, I would expect probably a low score game because of that. I also kind of expect you to play a different defense, but we'll see here. Going with the Steelers' defense has been very good for me this year, so I'm going to go with that. So this will be interesting. I'm going to be tilting like the whole time our matchups are going on because I have 4 players that'll be going on Saturday. We have Saturday games. They'll have the Sunday game. So before the night game on Sunday, I will know my point total, and then I'm just going to be watching you chip away at it with Dalvin Cook and Kelsey and Montgomery and Miller. So I'm going to get up, and I'm going to be like, yeah, and then I'm just going to like, please don't score, please don't score. It's going to be terrible watching that. But Chris, good luck to you. This has been a fun season. We're coming to the end here. And I just got to say once again, Tevitt, man, this ice cream, it's good. It's not as good as beating you, though, man. I enjoyed it. Well, also, this will be the last. I might be able to get a video in before Merry Christmas, but if I don't, actually, if I lose, Chris is doing the video, so he can talk as much smack as he wants. But if I don't get to say Merry Christmas to everybody. I love you all dearly. And this is your commish signing out.